Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor. We are looking at Bank of America and their stablecoin announcements and possibly partnerships with Ripple. So let me show you this story straight from our newsletter. We actually covered the earnings yesterday, and I'll talk more about that later in this video about the XRP partnership. I'll get onto that in a second, but first, this is something else we covered live, which was Bank of America signals stablecoin move as crypto bill advances. We've got Bank of America, who reported their Q2 25 earnings on July the 16th yesterday, posting 0.89 EPS versus 0.86 expected and 26 billion in revenue, with a net income rising 3% year on year to 7.1 billion, thanks to record net interest income of 14.8 billion. On the post earnings call, CEO Brian, I'm just going to call him Brian. CEO Brian confirmed the bank has been developing stablecoin infrastructure, saying, "We've done a lot of work, and you would expect our company to move on that." The launch will depend on client demand and regulatory clarity, with Brian noting the bank is still evaluating scale and awaiting legal guidance. That guidance can be signed into law in about 24 hours. So I'm sure they're moving fast now. This aligns with Capitol Hill developments, where House narrowly advanced Genius Act, sending stablecoin legislation towards President Trump's desk. Bank of America move positions it alongside JP Morgan, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley in pursuing stablecoin strategies, a trend driven by 257 billion stablecoin market projected to hit 2 trillion by 2028. That is a massive increase that is being projected now. Traditional banks are now preparing to compete directly with fintech native issuers like Circle and Tether, leveraging their regulatory status and deposit base to gain early foothold as digital dollar infrastructure becomes a reality. And we posted right while we were doing the earnings call yesterday about the news from Bank of America. And let me play you this clip. This is all on my X. I'll put the link for my X down below.
As a follow-up, just a broader question for you. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about stable coins. Can you give us your view of where you see the adoption of stable coins going forward, and what that might have in terms of impact on payments revenues or deposit trends for Bank of America and possibly the industry?
Yeah, so focusing on stable coins as a transactional device, if it's a new payment rail and we have trillions of dollars we move for our clients every day, we believe that if they want to use stable coins to move part of that money, they'll move. So consider them having an account and they can send out money. And
I have a feeling that was very quiet, so I apologize if you couldn't hear that. But what they were saying is we already have partnerships with some stablecoin providers. Bank of America, Brian was asked about stablecoin adoption and the future of payments. His response, clear and strategic: "We believe clients will want to move funds using stablecoins, and will support that." He even mentioned USD, Euro, and stablecoins as payment rails. But the real kicker came right after. "We will partner with some of the stablecoins providers. We already have partnerships with some of them." We already have partnerships with some of them. Who are they already partnered with? Well, we know they've got a partnership with Ripple. So, one name keeps showing up over and over again, #XRP. Bank of America has been long linked to Ripple, featured in Ripple's official partner list, involved in RippleNet's pilot programs, participated in ISO 20022 testing alongside Ripple, mentioned in SEC filings, tied to Ripple consultants. This isn't there isn't smoke, there is fire. Brian also hinted as to where stablecoins could thrive: small balance transfers across borders, smart contracts, in-app payments. There are exactly the use cases Ripple and XRPL are built for. Bank of America knows the game is changing, and fast. He even floated the idea of Zelle-styled stablecoin. Colosseum, I can't even say the word. A unified front from
Charles Kahi donated $5 through a super chat. "Can you begin with floor, please, Sensei? Thank you for all you do. When banks and others are more open to the coins, how do you see crypto price going?"
Thank you for that. We'll look into that. So put it all together. ISO is live. Ripple is ISO native. Bank of America earnings call just confirmed active stablecoin partnerships. Cross-border plus smart contract payments are front and clear. The infrastructure is ready. XRP is right there. We're tracking this story closely. If Bank of America does name Ripple or XRP directly in the coming weeks, it could be a major turning point in stablecoin and cross-border in the stablecoin and cross-border game. This is all for the newsletter. And this was picked up by quite a few people because we were the first to cover it, and the price went up straight after. So make sure you're subscribed to get that information straight as it covers, as it breaks. He also said on Bitcoin and blockchain, on Bitcoin or blockchain, we have a lot of patterns. He said the tech has been used in trade finance, but the business cases for incremental value are still to be proven. Bank of America isn't rushing in, but it's building quietly. One pattern even mentions Ripple. So we thought they might mention it. They did mention it 2 occasions. One was about the patterns. One was about stable coins, and now that's been picked up by legacy media as well, but we were the first to cover it live on the show. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you understand how big that news is, and the banks are now adopting stablecoins. There is no other way. Crypto blockchain is the way forward, and Ripple is Ripple systems are definitely ISO compliant. They were built up from the ground up for these use cases. So make sure you're subscribed. 2 videos up here. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.